Hello, Lisa here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this unboxing and walkthrough of the TwoFold Tarot. Okay, you guys, I'm really excited about this and I have a whole lot of reasons why I'm excited about it and I'm going to be diving in. But first off, I want to start off by saying this may very well become my most recommended or the best tarot deck for somebody just starting to learn. But I don't want to say that just yet. I want to look through, but based on what I know of it so far, I'm legit excited about recommending this to people who are new to tarot and who are trying to wrap their heads around a system and who also want to be able to give themselves kind of readings right out of the box without having to think too much about it, especially initially. This may be the go-to study deck, right? The go-to beginner's deck. So without setting your expectations too high, we're going to dive into this. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what I know about it, what I found out about it, how you can get your hands on it, and all that good stuff. But first I want to thank Lila of Empathic Li Intuitive, who is the creator of this deck. She reached out to me quite a while ago when she was still developing this deck and said that she was going to be doing a new run and wanted to send a copy out to me to share with you guys. So thank you so much for sending it. I'm really excited too to get Peggy's impressions about this deck, and we will definitely keep you posted about that because this is exactly the kind of deck that is also right up her alley as well, because she loves keyword based decks, which this definitely is, but I am getting ahead of myself. Let's dive in. So this is what came in the box. Really super sweet. So you get the deck, which comes in a tuck box, but look at this. This has actually got me so excited. The box comes with this like wax seal that looks like it was done by hand. So it's a tuck box, but the tuck part has been pulled out and it's been wax sealed, which is such a fun touch, especially because, I mean, this is going to be really fun for me to break open. And then you guys know I tend to keep my decks in bags anyways, because, well, I have a Peggy and she makes me Peggy bags all the time. But don't worry, if you don't have a Peggy, it's fine, because she very thoughtfully also sent a little bag with the deck. So it says TwoFold Tarot in this like cute little holographic writing. Now y'all know I'm going to be using a Peggy bag, but I think it's really great, especially with a tuck box based deck, that she's including a bag for people who are going to want to keep it in the bag or keep the cards in the bag once they've broken this seal. So I thought that was really thoughtful. So yeah, this is what the box looks like. It looks like this is a deck that she's developed and created herself, had it printed, and I do have a little bit of information that she sent me about the cardstock and stuff, so we'll talk about all that. But I thought it was really sweet that this was the card that was included. So that's what it looks like. And it says, "But darling, we weren't given this wild soul just to merely exist. Our mission is to shake up this world, turn it upside down, and show our fellow humans the difference between breathing and being fully alive. Unknown." So that's a really beautiful quote. And then the other side has Lila's business card, and it's really pretty. So yeah, that was really nice that she included that. That's a great little quote. I'm a sucker for quotes, though. You guys probably know that by now. And then there's also this cute little card that she hand wrote. "Remember to trust your intuition. Thank you again, Li." Thank you, Li. Okay, I'm gonna break the seal. And I have to admit I'm a little nervous. Now you could skip this step. Should I skip this step and keep the seal intact? Y'all, what should I do? So I could open it from the bottom and keep the seal. No, you know what? I'm gonna, oh, decisions, you guys, what do I do? Okay, I don't want to, okay, we're going to do this. I'm going to see if I can actually just lift it up. It may be, sometimes these wax seals are oh, look, it popped right up. Okay, so I was just going to say, sometimes these wax seals are a sticker style. Oh, I see. Oh no, it's straight up wax, you guys. Oh my god, okay. Sorry. I'm going to try to keep it stuck. It looks like though it was actually dripped wax and then pressed. Oh my god, I love that. Okay, I may be wrong. Maybe it was a sticker. Sometimes these are stickers, but okay, that was really satisfying. I'm going to just pull it off because I'm a nerd and I'm going to keep it over there. Okay. That was a lot of time spent on the wax seal, but I couldn't help myself. Okay. So, basic tuck box, nothing super fancy. And we have, oh my god, I can't wait to get into this. Okay. So we have a little reference card here. Let's see if it says anything on the back. Though this deck was crafted with love and Reiki energy, it is always best to cleanse and connect with any new cards. The tarot side can be used just like any deck, depending on your reading and spread style. For yes, no questions, they can be used as a simple answer or along with the particular card meanings for more insight, and we're going to talk more about that as well. The oracle side has simple phrases or words that can help guide with a bit more direct gentleness. Please note, these are just the general and commonly used attributes, mostly following the Rider-Waite-Smith system, but not exclusively. There can be and are much deeper and separate meanings, interpretations, including middle ground aspects for all of it. However, comprehensive research was done in books, online, as well as with other readers and intuitives to come up with the very basics. Most importantly, remember it is really about connection and intuition. Empathic Li Intuitive. And then it says here, in a time, is there anything on the back of here? Oh yeah, there's another reference information. So we're going to talk more about that too. In a time when there seems to be an infinite amount of tarot decks and with them endless symbols and art to represent the meanings, it can be hard to learn and or transfer the knowledge between all of the choices. This is so true, you guys. With this deck, you can easily learn, refresh, or read with ease. Each card is thoughtfully hand-designed with upright and reverse meanings of the 78 main tarot cards. Clearly marked, including the corresponding chakra for the major arcana and the element for the minor, as well, the common yes, no, or maybe of each is represented. This gives the choice of both the traditional in-depth insight or a quick, simple yes-no question option. In addition, the backs can be used as oracle cards, another great tool for connection, communication, and divination. So you guys, let me explain, because this is so exciting, at least to me. Okay, so here's how these cards are designed. They are words, so you're not going to see pictures on the cards, right? They're just words. However, what's really neat is she's managed to, with just words, create a really, really usable system. And here's what she's done. So this is why you have these keys here, okay? So on every card, you have an upright list of keywords right on the card. Sorry, I don't want to mess these up. An upright list of keywords right on the card. And you have a reversed list of keywords right on the card. You have the title of the card and the number. Now in the major arcana, you have, for the actual word colors, you can see which chakra is associated, right? And I will zoom us in a moment, but I just want to show you this first. So for example, in upright, we have the crown chakra, and in reverse, the crown chakra for the Fool. So that's what she's associated with the Fool, is that color of lavender. So you can literally match the color and go, oh, this is crown chakra, okay? The other thing that you can view right away, which I think is super cool, is the way that the title of the card is written. This is your yes, no, or maybe. So when it's open and hollow like this, like the Fool is, it's yes. When it's grayscale, like the maybe, then it's a maybe. And if it's black, it's a no. So that means, and we're going to play with this at the end of the flip through, but that is how the tarot side works. So you can easily, just by drawing a single card, based on whether it's upright or reversed, get some keywords to jump off of, get a yes, no, or maybe, and get a chakra. Now in the minor arcana, you don't have the chakras, but instead you have colors for this energetics of the suit. So wands are red for fire. That's this one here. Wands are red for fire, cups are blue, swords are purple, and pentacles are green. So as you're going through, you're like, oh, okay, you can see by the colors on the table. If you were to do a big spread, for example, you can quickly see the elemental energetics of the reading. So what I think is so clever about this is that without using pictures, she's basically created a system where if you're learning the tarot, you still get all the same functionality, right? Like when I get a deck with pictures, I'm looking for when I lay out a spread, I want to be able to quickly see what the elemental correspondence like mix is, right? Like if I have 6 cards on the table, I want to know how many of those 6 cards are cups, how many are pentacles, how many are wands, how many are swords, and how many are major arcana. Here you can do that because you have these 4 basic colors, not to mention the fact that the title of the card is front and center, right in the middle there, right? So, and then you can tell by the titles whether you have yeses. Here's a no in the death card because it's a black title. And let's find one of those gray ones. Yeah, okay, so this 2 of Wands is one of those gray titles. So it's a maybe, right? So, oh my gosh, I just think it's such a clever system. So let's talk. So that is the tarot side. Now what's cool about this deck is it's also got an oracle side. So this is so cool to me because in one deck you have a tarot deck, you have an oracle deck, you have a set of flashcards, you have a learning tool, you have a chakra system. Seriously. Like, it's just so clever with how many things are crammed into this one deck. So let's take a look at the oracle side anyway. So on the oracle side, you have these beautiful sort of tree and root messages, or tree and root images rather, with different colored backgrounds and different keyword kind of messages, right? And they are very expansive, perspective, expect more. So we're going to go through those. This is probably going to be a long video because I have a lot to say about this deck, but I just wanted you to have a feeling. So I've already in my head, when I knew this deck was coming, been thinking how cool it would be to be able to do a reading and then if you needed more clarity on any particular card, literally just pull it over and get an oracle message, or pull it over and look at a 3-card oracle message if you're doing a 3-card reading. I mean, there's so many ways you could play with something like this. But anyways, with that said, we're going to do a full walkthrough of all of the cards so you can see all of the keywords, and then we're going to do the same thing with the back side, and then we're going to shuffle and play with readings and such. Oh, let's talk about cardstock and such. So there are 78 cards here, including plus these 2 little introductory cards with the color key for the chakras, a color key for the elemental colors, as well as the key for the titles to know your yes, maybe, or no. So it's called a name, number, color key. These are glossy. Now, I believe, so she sent me some specs. So this is in S33, which I believe is a 330 GSM. Cardstock in Superior Smooth with a black core. So that black core, basically, the cores essentially are what helps, in my opinion, the cards to kind of have a bit of flex and to go back to their shape after they've been shuffled. 330 GSM, this is a sturdy cardstock, and this kind of glossy, I would say it's not full gloss, it's not that really super it's glossy, but it's not, it's kind of got a little bit less reflect than a pure straight up gloss. So she calls it a UV coated, which is for protection. It allows for smooth and easy shuffling. I think that's it on the card stock things. These are standard tarot size, so they are that 2.75 by 4.75 inches. So I think that's it for specs. Okay, now I'm going to zoom us in and we're going to dive in. I'm going to put these little key cards to either side, and we'll center all of this, and then we'll flip through. Okay. Gosh, so many ways you could use these, you guys. But if you are learning, or if you know somebody who wants to learn, like, what a cool system. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna stop gushing for a second and actually take you through the cards. Okay, so we're starting off with the Fool, who is a yes card and a crown chakra card. And upright we have risk, beginning, innocence, wonder, and reversed we have naive, reckless, careless, distraction. The Magician is also a yes, and we have, this one is associated with the throat chakra, and we have action, creation, adaptation, and willpower upright, or greed, deception, cunning, and manipulation in reverse. And I'll also tell you if I find any keywords that I like super disagree with. So far, these are great. High Priestess is a no card. Wisdom, higher powers, creativity, and desirability, and this is a third eye chakra color. Repression, hidden agendas, unwanted attention, and lack of self-belief in the reverse. Ooh, love those. For the Empress, we have another yes, beauty, nurturing, fertility, and nature, and her color is the solar plexus chakra. In the reverse, we have insecurity, dependence, creative block, and negligence. Here we have a root chakra card, the Emperor. Totally agree with that chakra association, which, by the way, let me speak to that for a second. Solar plexus, yes, agree. Yeah, so far the chakras are working for me, the chakra associations. So for the Emperor, we're root chakra, and we have upright, structure, authority, ambition, solid foundation. And I believe, is he a maybe? Yeah, he's a maybe. So he's that gray color. And then in the reverse, we have rigidity, stubbornness, domination, and controlling. Totally agree with those. For the Hierophant, we have the throat chakra, tradition, knowledge, legacy, and religion, and he is also a maybe. And then in the reverse, we have rebel, nonconformity, unconventional, and challenging. For the Lovers, we have heart chakra, of course, and this is a yes card. We have love, union, relationships, and choices in the upright, or conflict, disharmony, misalignment, and detachment in the reverse. The Chariot is totally solar plexus. Thank you, Lila. That would have been one of my deal breakers, honestly, because I feel so strongly that the Chariot is solar plexus. And quick aside, if you are new to my channel, or if you just never saw it pop up in your feed, I actually have done a tarot and chakra combined meditation, guided meditation that is here on the channel. I will try to remember to link it in the cards or put it in the description box down below, or both for you. And it takes you through a few cards of the major arcana and all 7 chakras. And in the solar plexus, you visit the realm or the world of the Chariot in this guided meditation. So again, strongly feel about this one. And it's just very solar plexus-y. Anyways, okay, I could stop babbling about that now. Solar plexus. So anyways, and this is a maybe card, and it's willpower, discipline, success, and determination in the upright, self-doubt, accusation, indecisiveness, and need for reflection in the reverse. The Strength card is Heart. Yes. Courage, bravery, confidence, and compassion. It's also a yes card. And in reverse, weakness, self-doubt, vulnerability, and low self-esteem. Oh man, these are so good. The Hermit is a no card. And this one is third eye chakra. Or is it crown? No, that's definitely third eye chakra. Solitude, insight, inner guidance, awareness in the upright. Loneliness, isolation, paranoia, and withdrawal in the reverse. Next we have Wheel of Fortune. So this is a yes card. Is this a yes? No, that's a maybe. My eyes are not the best. Yeah, that's definitely a gray. That's a maybe. That's the only thing I will say is that I feel like sometimes I can't quite tell if I'm on a yes or a maybe, but I'm starting to get used to it, and having the key next to it, I just need to remember to actually look to the left and look at the key because I keep forgetting to do that while I'm doing the flip through. Anyways, Wheel of Fortune is a throat chakra, and upright we have fate, destiny, karma, and turning point. And in the reverse, we have delays, outside forces, disorder, and disruption. In justice, we have the heart chakra. And this is a maybe card as well. And it says truth, fairness, karma, and lessons for the upright. Lack of accountability, dishonesty, corruption, and unfair in the reverse. Man, she did a good job with these keywords. Next we have the Hanged Man, and he is also a maybe card. Sacrifice, release, confined, uncertainty in the upright. And we're looking at crown chakra now. In the reverse, we have apathy, martyrdom, indecision, and stagnation. It's really cool that this is crown chakra, actually, because the Hangman often has to do with like those moments of enlightenment that we get from getting a different perspective or looking at things a little differently. I do wish there was something about perspective actually here now that I'm thinking about it on this card. Sacrifice, release, confined, uncertainty. Those are all great keywords. I'm just missing that little bit about the change in perspective, which could also be a good one. But the other cool thing about this is if you were using this as a study deck, because there's lots of white space here, you could literally add your own keywords to both sides and start to build a library of keywords for yourself. There's a whole, oh my gosh, this deck is a whole mood. Okay, sorry. Moving on. So in Death, we have a no, and this is also a crown chakra card. Change, transformation, end of cycle, and endings in the upright. Fear, dependence, stuck, and resistance in the reverse. The heart chakra for Temperance, we have patience, moderation, purpose, and tranquility. And this is a yes card. And in the reverse, we have excess, imbalance, recklessness, and self-indulgence in the reverse. The Devil is a no, and this is a root chakra card. We have materialism, sexuality, powerlessness, and depression in the upright. We have detachment, freedom, reclaiming power, and independence in the reverse, which is just another way to say this is actually really a good example of how reverse meanings are not always bad meanings or shadow meanings. Sometimes in a card like the Devil, the shadow is in the upright and release is in the reverse, right? Probably something similar. Well, we'll see, I guess. In the Tower, we have solar plexus. Okay, that makes sense to me. I could also make a case for root chakra with the Tower because it's like your very being and the foundation. But I see solar plexus here as well, so that works. So here we have a no card, and we have upheaval, foundational shift, revelation, and sudden change. In the reverse, we have deception, oppression, inevitable, and avoiding disaster. In the Star, we have a yes, and we have crown chakra, hope, healing, inspiration, and rejuvenation. And in the reverse, despair, hopelessness, monotony, and creative blocks. And I might even add something, if I were to add my own keywords to this, I might add something around finding your way, like navigation, that navigational element of the Star. But I may be actually pulling that a little bit from Lenormand, but it is one of the meanings I work with myself. But again, this is one of those things you could totally add your own. I don't know if I'd want to mar these beautiful cards with my own handwriting, though. I'm not a fan of my own handwriting. The Moon is a no, and we have the third eye chakra here, which makes sense because, of course, we are looking at intuition and those sorts of energies with the Moon. And we have in the upright illusion, vagueness, intuition, and fear. And in the reverse, we have unveiling, exposed truth, soothing, and blocked. The Sun is, of course, solar plexus and is a yes card. We have joy, success, celebration, and vitality. And in the reverse, ego, sadness, pessimism, and lack of self-control. One of my other favorite keywords for the Sun is authenticity. Authenticity. Next up, we have Judgment, which is a yes card. Rebirth, reflection, awakening, and forgiveness. And this is the the crown chakra. And then we have self-doubt, need for reflection, indecisiveness, and accusations in the reverse. And the World we have is a root chakra, which makes sense to me, and it's a yes card. Harmony, completion, wholeness, and travel in the upright. Stagnation, disappointment, boredom, and no closure in the reverse. Well, I like that idea of closure. That's an interesting concept for the World card. And I would also add something here around boundaries, which is another word that I use with the World card. Okay, so that's it for the majors. Let's take a look now at the minors. So we're starting off with the Wands, and the Ace of Wands is a yes card. So we have root chakra, or not, sorry, now we're out of chakras. I'm going to actually put this aside so I don't get distracted by it. So the chakras are only through the majors. Now we're just looking at this key here for our elemental colors. So all of the wands are red for fire. And we have in the upright of the Ace of Wands, aspiration, confidence, power, and courage. And in the reverse, delays, rejection, weighed down, and no motivation. In the Two of Wands, discovery, personal power, boldness, and originality. And this is a maybe card. And in the reverse, fear, lack of planning, falling apart, and small thinking. Boldness, originality, personal power, discovery. Those are all great words for the Two of Wands. In the three, we have foresight, community, leadership, and preparation. And this is a yes card. And in the reverse, setback, delays, obstacles, and stifled. In the four, we have celebration, excitement, harmony, and home, and this is a yes card. And in the reverse, we have transition, moving, miscommunications, and argument. In the five, disagreement, competition, hassles, and strife. This is a no card. And in the reverse, harmony, focus, success, and resolution. In the Six of Wands, we have triumph, progress, pride, and self-confidence. And in the reverse, egotism, disrepute. I'm reading it upside down, so that one tripped me up. Punishment and pride. And this is a yes card. The Six of Wands, of course, in its upright is definitely a winning kind of card, so it makes sense that that would be a yes. The Seven of Wands is a no. Aggression, defiance, conviction, and competition. And in the reverse is overwhelmed, lack of confidence, weak boundaries, and giving up. Ooh. And the interesting thing, too, is that she didn't just take the opposite of the meaning. She didn't take aggression and then automatically make the opposite of that and make the reverse passivity, which could be an easy thing to do when you're making a deck like this. There's definitely thought given to what truly the reversed meaning would be and what the upright meaning would be of every single card. They are a little slippery. They will break in, but yeah. Anyway, and Seven of Wands was a no, in case I didn't say that. The Eight of Wands is a yes card, and it is news, movement, travel, and swift change. Panic, delays, frustration, and holding off are the reverse. The Nine of Wands is a no. Perseverance, stamina, courage, and resilience. And paranoia, hesitant, stubborn, and defensive in the reverse. Ten of Wands is also a no. Burdens, overextending, struggles, and responsibility. And in the reverse, burned out, stressed, lighten up, and freedom. Okay, now I'm super curious because I have not peeked at the court cards. So I'm really curious how those are handled. So let's find out together. Page of Wands. Oh, good. They are kind of both energetically, what I was hoping for with the court cards is that we would get cards about or keywords about the energy of the card and or styles of personality, because the court cards can deal with people as well as with energies, right? So they can be situations, but they can also be people. So in the upright, the Page of Wands, which is a yes card, is enthusiasm, discovery, fun, and fearless. And those words can apply to a situation or a person. So she did great with that. And then the reverse is setbacks, gullible, fearful, and procrastination. Guys, this would be such a great study deck. The Knight of Wands, action, impulsiveness, adventure, and passion in the upright, and he is a yes. In the reverse, reckless, frustration, separation, and arrogant. Our Queen of Wands, also a yes. Warmth, determination, generosity, and exuberance. And in the reverse, aggressive, demanding, domineering, and greed. The King of Wands, in the upright, strong, protective, fearless, and honest. And in the reverse, forceful, impulsive, weak, and bad example. And he was a yes too, in case I didn't say it. All right, that's it for the Wands. Let's get into the Cups. So our Ace of Cups is a yes, and we have emotions, intuition, intimacy, and compassion in the upright. Blocks, depressed, disappointment, and emptiness in the reverse. The Two of Cups, unity, connection, love, attraction. And in the reverse, tension, miscommunication, separation, and disinterest. The 3, support, celebration, connection, and happiness. I'm so happy support is here because the 3 of Cups to me is often about how your network, the people in your life, the people you lean into, how they bring something to your life that you may not have on your own, or they like add and enhance your life in some way, and I like that keyword support. In the reverse, we have promiscuity, stifled creativity, infidelity, and time to focus. And you can tell by these keywords that they are written in a way that you could really get a variety of meanings to answer a variety of questions. You're not limited by these keywords in any way, which I think is really special. In the 4 of Cups, we have a no. Apathy, contemplation, unfulfilled, and disconnection. And in the reverse, awareness, acceptance, hope, and new direction. Now, the 4s I struggle with sometimes a bit because I see all 4s as stability of some kind. So in the upright 4 of Cups, for me, I see, now here we have contemplation, which is kind of a neutral keyword, but most of the upright keywords do lean more into that Rider-Waite-Smith sense, which of course, like she said, she was leaning into Rider-Waite-Smith for a lot of these meanings. I wish there would have been, but this is not common. I was just going to say, I wish there was something in here that spoke to stability, but again, you can always add your own keywords here. In the reverse, we have, I don't know if I said these, awareness, acceptance, hope, and new direction. I think I did read them already. In the 5 of Cups, regret, grief, disappointment, and feeling abandoned. That's a no card. And in the reverse, forgiveness, recovery, finding peace, and moving on. Oh, so good. 6 of Cups is a yes. Nostalgia, restoration, innocence, and familiarity. And in the reverse, naivete, forward moving, unrealistic, expectations, and independence. The 7 of Cups, ideas, too many choices, daydreaming, commitment issues, and this one's a maybe. Clarity, restored sense, temptation, and reality check are the reverse keywords. Our 8 of Cups is a no, retreat, withdrawal, disillusionment, abandonment. And in the reverse, avoidance, hopelessness, fear of loss, and walking away. 9 of Cups, one of my favorite cards in the whole deck, comfort, abundance, stability, and satisfaction. I'm happy with all of those keywords, and I was going to be picky about this one. In the reverse, lack of true happiness, yes. Distraction, yes. Dissatisfaction, yes. And smugness, absolutely. I really am happy with those keywords. In the 10, we have alignment, happiness, contentment, and family. And the 9 was a yes, in case I didn't say it. The 10 is also a yes. In reverse, we have dysfunction, disharmony, shattered dreams, and misalignment. Our Page of Cups, inner child, synchronicity, spirituality, and creative beginnings. In the reverse, vanity, envy, vulnerability, and childhood issues. Our Knight of Cups, also a yes. Sensitive, attraction, invitation, idealistic. And in the reverse, obsession, bad news, creative blocks, and fickleness. Very true for our Knight of Cups. Our Queen of Cups is a yes. Intuitive, empathetic, emotional security, and calm. In the reverse, codependent, naivete, emotional insecurity, and obsessive. Our King of Cups, devoted, emotional balance, generosity, and passionate. And in the reverse, calculating, moodiness, manipulation, and coldness. And he's also a yes. Perfect. We're into swords. Ace of Swords. We have clarity, intelligence, victory, new ideas. It's a yes. Dishonesty, mental blocks, misfortune, and failure. 2 of Swords is a maybe. Choice, compromise, truce, blocked emotions. Stalemate, confusion, indecision, and overload in the reverse. 3 of Swords is a no. That makes sense. Grief, heartbreak, depression, and separation in the upright. In the reverse, we have apologies, recovery, forgiveness, and healing. And keep in mind, depending on how you think you want to read, if you are already an experienced reader, you can obviously do this, use these keywords any way that you want. You could use these cards to add to other decks. Oh, I could just go on. We'll talk about that after. But if you don't want to like actually shuffle your cards upside down to get reversed meanings, you could also just factor in both upright and reversed and intuitively choose the keywords that jump out at you. That's another way to work with decks like this. So anyway, 4 of Swords is a maybe. Rest, recovery, renewal, and solitude. And in the reverse, stress, anxiety, burnout, and restlessness. The 5 of Swords is a no card. Abuse, conflict, deception, and unbridled ambition. In the reverse, sacrifice, compromise, resentment, and peaceful resolution. Our 6 of Swords is a yes card. Movement, transition, moving on, necessary transition. That feels a little bit duplicated to me. I wish we'd had a 4th keyword that wasn't quite didn't repeat that word, just since it's such a word-specific deck. I do wish that had been a slightly different word there. But in the reverse, we have delays, stagnation, unresolved issues, and resistance, which are all really good. Seven of Swords is a no. Deception, betrayal, strategy, and stealth for the upright. Coming clean, breaking free, punishment, and amends in the reverse. The Eight of Swords is a no. Entrapment, stop sliding, no, no, no. Entrapment, isolation, imprisonment, and self-victimizing. And in the upright, we have release, self-acceptance, liberation, and new perspective. Nine of Swords, also a no. Trauma, despair, grief, anxiety. And in the reverse, we have healing, recovery, asking for help, and rest. 10 of Swords, a no. Crisis, rock bottom. Great, I'm so glad that one's in there. Failure and backstabbing. In the reverse, we have new start, forgiveness, recovery, and regeneration. Our Page of Swords is a yes card. Truthful, quick-witted, clever, patience, and in the reverse, gossip, cynical, paranoia, and defensive. The Knight of Swords is a yes card. In the upright, brave, focused, changes, opinionated, and in the reverse, vicious, left behind, missed opportunities, and unfocused. The Queen of Swords is a maybe card. Perceptive, skeptical, independent, and repressed pain in the upright. Malicious, bitter, poor communication, and critical in the reverse. The King of Swords is a maybe card as well, and we have ethics, authority, clear thinking, and power in the upright. Ruthless, oppressive, irrational, and judgmental in the reverse. Finally, we have our pentacles. So in the upright here, we have prosperity, manifestation, trust, and stability, with this being a yes card. It looks like the aces are all yeses. I can double check after. And then we have scarcity, greed, deficiency, and instability in the reverse. The Two of Pentacles is a maybe. Balance, choices, multitasking, adaptability, and in the reverse, struggle, overwhelmed, overextended, and disorganized. I agree with all of these. It's actually kind of funny because oftentimes with this many words, I find that there's going to be more that I disagree with, if that makes any sense, and this is not really doing that. And I will also say I have had other decks that have had a lot of keywords on them. What I'm really enjoying about these keywords is they are very plain speak keywords. We don't have super fancy words in here that people are going to need to like look up. And that's, I'm sure some people would know all of those fancy words, but not everybody will. And there's still going to be some in here I'm sure people will need to reference or remind themselves what they mean. But she's chosen a very accessible language here with these keywords, which I think is also really important and helpful. So the Three of Pentacles is a yes. Skill, collaboration, growing, and reward. And in the reverse, apathy, separation, group conflict, and careless work. The Four of Pentacles is a no. Security, frugality, control, and saving. And in the reverse, vulnerable, self-protection, possessiveness, and negative mindset. You know what makes me happy about this card? The word greed is nowhere on it. Because I think greed is a very limiting word. And I think the words she's chosen here, both in upright and reverse, they really are more balanced words. They're less limiting, a little more expansive. So kudos on that. And Five of Pentacles, also a no. Disgrace, isolation, worry, and hardship in the upright. Or hope, improvement, overcoming, and recovery in the reverse. Six of Pentacles is a yes. Prosperity, generosity, charity, and sharing in the upright. And in the reverse, struggle, selfishness, abuse of power, and inequality. Seven of Pentacles is a maybe. That makes sense for this card. Again, the yeses, nos, and maybes have made sense to me throughout. So I'm not saying it every time, but yeah, I'm really enjoying that color coding in the title. So vision, perseverance, hard work, and profit in the upright, or limited, impatience, laziness, and setback in the reverse. The Eight of Pentacles is a yes card. Education, passion, diligence, and high standards in the upright, or uninspired, no focused, unmotivated, and repair work in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles, also a yes. Gratitude, wisdom, luxury, self-sufficient in the upright. Jealousy, dependency, deceit, and overworked in the reverse. The Ten of Pentacles is a yes card. Legacy, abundance, wealth, establishment in the upright. Loss, conflicts, financial issues, and loneliness in the reverse. Page of Pentacles is a yes. Realistic, laying foundations, thrifty, I love that word for him, or for her, development. And in the reverse, foolish, lazy, no follow through, and immature. Knight of Pentacles is also a yes. Ambitious, loyal, persistence, practical. And in the reverse, apathy, broken promises, impatient, and irresponsible. The Queen of Pentacles is a yes. Healer, generous, successful, social butterfly. And in the reverse, possessive, disorganized, ungrounded, and out of control. And the King of Pentacles is also a yes. Empire, dependable, successful, bettering self. And in the reverse, hasty, cold, obstinate, and greed. So I'm going to zoom this out because I have a few things I want to look at here. So now that we've gone through all of the cards this way, I want to do a flip through of our oracle cards as well. But before I do that, I want to take a couple random samples here. So let's check out what this card is. So the Queen of Cups, and the oracle message is connect with the universe. Okay. Oh, she was here. Let's see. Let's grab another one. All is as it should be. All is as it should be. And that is the Knight of Wands. So I don't think the oracle cards are necessarily tied to the meaning of the card that's on the front. So confidence. Let's see what confidence is on the back of. Six of Wands. Okay, that one I see. Okay, what about the Five of Wands? This too shall pass. Okay, well, maybe they are tied in. You know what? I'm undecided. Let's do a quick flip through these, and we'll maybe pause and check a couple. Let's look in the majors, actually. Yeah, okay, so solitude should be the Hermit. Yes, okay. Be brave is strength. Okay, so they are tied in. The Chariot is I am unstoppable. The Emperor is no need to worry. So, okay, they are definitely tied in. But let's do a quick flip through of the oracle side. And then we're going to play with, I can put the key away now. These are so pretty. Even if you just used like the oracle side, like these are great. These are great keywords. So I'm going to do a quicker flip through of these. Well, I was pretty quick on the front, but you know, it is what it is. I just want you guys to see everything. I want you to see all the things. Okay. You are powerful. Allow healing to start. Motivation. All is coming together. Actually, you know what? We're going to start over. And I'm going to flip it so that you can actually see the card it's attached to if that's important to you. So let me just make sure we're focused. Yeah, so you are powerful. Allow healing to start. Motivation. All is coming together. Appreciate. Worthy. Nurture your dreams. Focus. Success. Timing. Value. Limitless. Endless opportunities. Thoughts become things. That's the Ace of Pentacles. Love that. Perspective. Pay attention. I love how like direct these messages are. Expect more. Communication. Signs are everywhere. All is not lost. Step out of your comfort zone. Worry wastes time and energy. Seize the moment. Time for change. Renewal. End of a cycle. And that was on the Three of Swords. Okay, okay. So some of them feel like more obviously connected and some feel just very loosely inspired by, and I think that's perfect because otherwise you'd basically just have two different tarot decks instead of a tarot and an oracle, right? Keep an open mind. It always works out. Give back. Connect with the universe. My reaction is my choice. Expression. Alignment is key. There's always something to be grateful for. Retreat. Stay humble. Take time to reflect. All things are temporary. Explore depths. All is well. Honor your feelings. Trust in yourself. Honesty. Be bold. All is as it should be. That was the one we checked. Nothing is just coincidence. Emotions are your guide. The wait is over. Intention is everything. Contrast is necessary. Confidence. This too shall pass. Cherish the moment. That's sweet for the Four of Wands. Loyalty. encouragement, surrender, new levels. What is that? The world. Oh, that's such a great one. The power is within. Sit in gratitude. Listen. It's all about to bloom. Nothing is set in stone. Step into your power. Patience is worth the wait. Chaos before change. That's death. That's interesting. I would have actually almost thought that more of a tower message. What was the tower? Nothing is set in stone. Oh, also really good. Move forward. Trust the process. Embrace the future. Solitude. Be brave. I am unstoppable. Love is always the answer. Believe. No need to worry. Connect with nature. Creativity is surging. Magic is everywhere. New pathways will be revealed. Oh my God, these are so cool. Okay, so now that we've been through everything, I'm going to zoom us out again. Whoops, there we go. Dot away. Sorry for my hand in the shot there. Okay, so I'm going to give these a really good shuffle, and then we're going to look at some sample readings. But while I'm shuffling, just to get a good mix in there, some things to think about. These cards would be amazing as flashcards when you're just learning how to read the tarot, or if you want to, like for that I would use the tarot side, right? But if you're just learning how to use tarot, like what a cool way to learn to have keywords like that, where you've got the chakra colors, you've got the yes, no, maybe, which we're going to play with that. I'll show you how I would use that piece. Whoa. This would be a really great deck if you just needed something, like let's say you were traveling and you just wanted to be able to have a deck close at hand to just give yourself really quick readings without overthinking the answer. And I really, really love keyword decks for that, because when I want a reading and I don't want to get in my own head about it, I don't want to miss the message. Keyword decks kind of keep you, in my opinion, from avoiding your own crap, right? It's like, okay, well, I can't tell myself that it really means XYZ if the words in front of me say ABC. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes some sense. So yeah, definitely thinking about using them to answer simple questions, to learn the tarot, to practice. You could also have these, keep these cards in order, have them set aside, and when you're working with other decks, use them as a bit of like a guidebook for other decks, right? A little quicker maybe than, you know, than pulling out a book, or just for another perspective. I don't know. I feel like there's so many ways you could use these. And as far as beginners go, oh my goodness, I can't think of anything, honestly, for learning or for study that would be easier or more fun to use right out of the gate like this. So I think this is just really clever. I know I'm gushing, but you know, we all get excited about pretty art on cards, right? But when you're a beginner, oh my gosh, the sheer volume of different tarot decks there are to choose from, like I feel like it would be so daunting if I were trying to learn now. Like, oh, okay. So I'm going to do one more shuffle because, yeah. And we're going to answer the question. Let's have a fake question. Like, is this the right house for me? Let's say we're house hunting. We're going to do a yes or no. Is this the right house for me? So let's do a cut. And we're going to pull 3 cards. So we have Death, Page of Swords reversed, and the Tower. So now, without even diving into what these cards are for a second, I have 2 black cards and 1 white card. So that's 2 no's and a yes, which tells me right away the answer is no. In addition, these are some big energies. So the Death is upright, change, transformation, end of cycle, and endings. That could actually be neutral given the subject of the reading. But then we have gossip, cynical, paranoia, and defensive. It almost implies that there's something we don't know, or maybe we're being overly concerned about the purchase. Maybe we don't trust the realtor, or something else is going on. We're feeling like we don't have all the information. There's a sense of that sort of paranoid energy going on. And then in the Tower reversed, we have deception, oppression, inevitable, and avoiding disaster, which tells me that saying no will actually save us from perhaps a lemon. I don't know. Do you say lemon when it's a house? I don't know if you do. But it'll perhaps save us from a bad experience, right? By the Tower reversed often is that narrowly avoiding disaster, right? So that's a really quick, punchy reading, and I got it just from the color-coded yes-nos and the answers I saw. And I could dig a little deeper and go, okay, well, if I look at the chakras here and pull those into play, then all of a sudden we have crown chakra in the middle, which to me is very much about listening to your higher self, like really tune in what feels right now. And that's in the card that's reversed, where we're talking about gossip and paranoia. To me, this would very much be a warning to maybe I feel like I'm being paranoid and I'm dismissing my gut feelings, but I need to really check in with myself. Over here, we have the third eye chakra, again, more intuition. And then in the Tower card, there's this solar plexus energy, which to me is about confidence. And if you feel confidently like something's not quite right, you really need to listen to that and then just move forward, right? So let's try another one. Let's ask another question. So let's say somebody wants to know, am I going to be getting back together with my ex? So we have the 10 of Wands, the Page of Cups. So we have one no and one yes, and another yes. So right out of the bat, I could say yes, but now let's take a look a little deeper. So yes, I might be getting back together with my ex. However, I think it's really interesting that I'm seeing burdens, overextending, struggles, and responsibility. Almost like getting back together with this person is definitely something that can happen, but I'm going to maybe feel like I'm doing all the work in the relationship to either make that happen or to keep the relationship going. And then here we have weakness, self-doubt, vulnerability, and low self-esteem. Almost as if getting back together with this person is coming from a place of like being afraid to maybe be single, having that lack of confidence going in there. And then here in the center, we have inner child, synchronicity, spirituality, and creative beginnings. But this card in the reversed also speaks sometimes to, again, vulnerability. And to me, the Page of Cups, which is this middle card, also can speak to a little bit of rose-colored glasses, like that inner child energy. Maybe just wanting to trust, so we do, even though we kind of know better. So interestingly, the answer to the question is yes. But the cards themselves give context over, yeah, you're getting back together with your ex on your current trajectory, but is that actually a good idea? And let's say we want more clarification. Let's say, well, I don't know, I'm still not sure. Let's flip it over and see what our oracle messages are. Emotions are your guide. Expression, and then be brave, which I'm just going to reverse, like turn the card around so we can read it. And so to me, again, this message is like, be brave and express yourself. Like if you're going to get back together with your ex, you've got nothing to lose. You're already broken up, right? You've got nothing to lose by actually like speaking up for what it is you need in that relationship. But emotions are your guide to me is also a warning to look out for red flags. And if this person doesn't make you feel good about yourself, then maybe it's not worth pursuing that getting back together after all. So that, my friends, is how I would use that just right out of the gate to give a punchy reading. And this is fantastic. I may actually pull this out for some live readings on my second channel. As an FYI, I do have a second channel, if you don't know. It is Tarot with Lisa. Currently, that's the channel name. It's not set in stone. I may change it in the future. But I will have a link to that channel in the description box down below, as I always do. And there's also a link on my main channel page. But I am starting to do some live reading events over there. I've been doing some. I've been really enjoying it. And I think I might loop this in over on that channel. So keep an eye out for that. But that is how I would use that from a readings perspective. And I would, you know, to integrate the oracle. You can also ask a question here. And you could just do, let's do another one. Let's see. So let's say, what's another good question? So let's say, what's a good question? What's coming up next for me at work? So now we're not really looking at yes, no. It's interesting too, I'm not finding myself overly distracted by the oracle card words on the back. I think because the pictures are generic enough that my eyes aren't like settling in on the words to see what those say. So it's not really influencing my shuffle or like where I'm going to cut the cards or anything. Just a random side note. Okay. I didn't actually pull all the cards in here. I still got some set aside. Okay. So where am I going in my career? So we have the 9 of Wands reversed, the World reversed, and 6 of Swords. So this is a very clear message to me. So I wasn't going to bring in the yes, no's, although I think it's interesting that we have a no and then 2 yeses, but I'll tell you why. So I've pulled paranoia, so 9 of Wands reversed, paranoia, hesitant, stubborn, and defensive. I feel like this is actually somebody I'm dealing with in my workplace. Perhaps this is a supervisor, a team lead, or somebody like that I'm having to like butt heads against, somebody who's just making me feel not great on the job. And then in the middle, we have stagnation, disappointment, boredom, and lack of closure. So right there, I'm like, oh, this job is a dead end. Like the World reversed and the Nine of Wands reversed to me tells me that I'm putting all this energy into something that's already run its course, and it's time for me to make a change, like a big change, probably in my career, like step into a new role, apply for a new position, or leave the company entirely, go work someplace else. Because the third card is movement, transition, moving on, and necessary transition. Like it is time. But let's say I was like, I don't know if that Nine of Wands is really about that like coworker that's bugging me. We have the wait is over. Oh, that's interesting. Let's say, okay, well, what about the world? New levels. Again, that idea that we're moving on to something new and seize the moment. Very much a movement forward, right? Like a movement forward. We're going to take our future in our own hands and see what's coming up next. You guys, is this the best beginner deck ever? Is this like the best deck for somebody just learning to tarot? Weigh in the comments down below because this gets my vote, you guys. This gets my vote. There's lots of decks I would recommend for their imagery, but if you had a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, just a classic Rider-Waite-Smith or any other tarot deck whose imagery you're drawn to, and one of these to like really study with and practice with, my goodness, especially if you use them side by side, right? If you like pulled your classic Rider-Waite-Smith card here and then found the corresponding card here in upright or reversed and used those keywords and then started to like associate those images with these words, I think that could take you a really long way in your practice. Oh my gosh, these are really fun. Okay, I'm gonna do my fan, and I have a little problem because I don't know. Should I do the Oracle side up? No, I should do the tarot. Ooh, want to do half and half? Ask as if you can like respond to me, because in my head you can respond to me. I'm gonna do half and half. So we're gonna fan out the tarot. I'm such a nerd. Okay, that's okay though. I embrace my nerdiness. I love my own nerdiness. It makes me happy. Okay, well, I didn't grab enough, but that's okay. We're going to go with it. So there's the tarot. It's kind of messy, but it works. There's the tarot. And then, oh gosh, how am I going to do without making a mess? We're going to like kind of very carefully, I guess, kind of like, how do I? Well, there we go. You know what? Hey, like not bad for winging it. I'm trying to fan one pile on top of another pile. I can do this. We get the idea. How fun is that? Oh my gosh. All right, you guys. So that, my friends, is the TwoFold Tarot and Oracle deck by Empathic Li Intuitive. I will have a link down below for where you can purchase this deck, but check it out. It is at twofoldtarot.com. You can also follow Empathic Li Intuitive on Instagram at Empathic Li Intuitive, on Etsy, which her shop is coming soon, and on Facebook at facebook.com/twofoldtarot. So I will have all those links down below. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this. Like, am I just gushing because I love pretty shiny new things? I don't think so. I think this is a super useful, awesome, fun study deck. Let me know what you think. And especially if you are new to tarot, is this something you think would be useful to you? I would love to hear about that as well. And then you can inform everybody else in the comments on your opinions, which is always super helpful, and we can help each other. So thank you again so much. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Remember to like this video if you enjoyed this walkthrough and play around with the TwoFold Tarot and Oracle. Subscribe if you're new here. Click the little bell to be notified. And remember, you can always book a reading with me over at supportivetarot.com. Thank you so much, and may your magic always shine from the inside out. Bye, guys.